of Brescia is a medium-sized public university with knowledge and learning, participation and contribution locally, nationally and internationally at its core, with a declared focus on health and wealth. Indeed, the administration developed a strategic 4-year plan under this very umbrella theme back in 2012. The timing coincided with the 30-year anniversary of the university. We have the honor today of speaking with the current Chancellor, Professor Pecorelli, as the strategic plan moves into its final year. The first question to you. What would you say are the university's main achievements?
The main achievements are surely to make the professors, the researchers, and the students understand what a thematic university is. And that is the fact that while many years ago we used to have different schools with the different faculties, of course, each one concentrated upon its own specific topic and fields. Now we are trying to put them together in order to be integrated in a way that the fallout is the health and the wealth of the people in the environment. Now we are trying to teach students what comes from other topics, other knowledges, other expertise, and try to mingle them and be contaminated. This is number one. And I think that we have not achieved all of it, of course, but it's a very good beginning. The second important achievement has been the fact of an excellent relationship with the city and the territory. Brescia is located, as you said, in northern Italy, and it's the most populated area as far as companies and industries are concerned. 120,000 of them, just in the province of Brescia, with a population of 1.3 million. Well, it's essential in a territory like that to have not only a good relationship with the university, but try to be integrated. For instance, we have 1,482 companies that open their doors to the students, and they had their stages there between 6 months and 8 months. What happened, third achievement, was the fact that after 3 years from getting the degree, the diploma, 95.4% had a job, which I think that not only for Italy but also for Europe is surely a record.
A phenomenal achievement, I'm sure. Yes.
So we are really proud of that. Now, what we also have tried to do is to invest as much as we can in new labs, which can be used by all researchers. So we have what we call scientific platforms. We are extremely keen on doing things in biomedics, in engineering, especially in sensors. And also you have to understand that Brescia is a town with a long-standing tradition for motors, engines. Brescia is the town where the Ferrari engines are made, where the Fiat engines are made, and also the chassis of these cars. So in the university, of course, we are studying a lot and researching a lot about that. The last one, which people may not like it so much, but is the fact that in Brescia we have the Beretta guns. So the gun industry. We have a very important research center for Beretta, which came out with something of extreme importance, and that is a vest for people to wear, where there are sensors, and you have 14 different parameters that are taken every moment from your body. And you can monitor people and try to see how they behave, what they are doing, if they are in trouble or whatever. And this is another extremely important achievement, because we are going to use it now for those who have cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and so on, and they can be monitored all the time. And the last one is for newborns. Probably you have heard of the sudden death of a newborn. Usually it's at night, early morning. Now we have sensors now that can monitor each baby, and so since the signs of this sudden death is about 4 to 6 hours before, you can get them and you can rescue them. So I think that I just gave you a few examples, of what we are trying to do, but the most important thing, I think, is the contamination of the knowledges, and also, last but not least, the fact that we are trying to go back to almost 1,000 years ago, when university was born. You know that Bologna was the first university in the world, Oxford was the third one, Paris was the second one. And what happened at that time was that students were exposed to different knowledges at that time. Then this was lost, and it was lost up to recent. Now what we're trying to do is to have new humanities, courses of music, art, whatever, for those, for instance, who are doing engineering or medical school, so that at the end they come out from a university with a universal background and knowledge. Then they're on their own, of course. But this is extremely important, especially in a world that goes at such a speed that is an exponential speed as far as achievements and advancements are concerned.
Sure. So you've touched a little bit on some of the successes that you've had and some of the new research that you're doing. Can I ask you to tell me a little bit more about your objectives for the future?
The objective for the future, the main one, the first one is new courses for new types of jobs. As I said, our university is called Health and Wealth. So we have now courses in health and wealth in which we are trying to teach and trying to build up a new type of job, which is the job of teaching health and wealth in a community, for tourism, in companies, industries, places where there are people that work. Because what is important today is something that is often lost as far as attention to, and that is the happiness of the people. Happiness is a nice word, but we want to use it as one of our goals. Happiness for the researchers, so positive mind. Happiness for the students. And few people know that happiness is one of the most important drivers in life. Is a driver for performance, is a driver for well-being, and is also a driver for your brain. Because of the plasticity of the brain can rewire itself much more easily at any age, even when you are 90, if in fact you have a positive mind and if you achieve a state of happiness. So that is another important goal that we're looking for. The last one is, of course, trying to be extremely positive upon our city and our territory. And I think that this is what is most important. The translation of research into and towards companies, startups, spin-offs, all of this which is obvious. But it's obvious to be said. It's not so obvious when you put it into practice. So with health and wealth, that's what we're trying to do next.
Okay. So obviously congratulations on receiving the EBA Award. I just wonder whether you might be able to share with us a little bit about what that award might mean to you and to the organization.
It's a prize that gives us also a good stimulus to go on. Economy is not at its best in Europe now, I would say in the world. So what we should try to do is, of course, to have incentives in order to perform better, and in order to try to give the youngsters this message, positive message, that in fact what we are trying to do is worthwhile, is understood, is supported, and therefore they should just go full speed. This is probably the main meaning.